Hello, everyone. I am hoping I am live. Let me just double check. I think that we are. There we go. I think, yeah, we are good. Welcome to day 4 of the 5-day mobility challenge. Really, really nice to have all of you guys here. We've had some amazing comments from people saying, that they have been seeing such changes in just a couple of days. And I mean, even to the point where I've been a bit surprised. I've been like, wow, like that is really, really, really cool to hear. So keep it up, guys. It just shows how important some of this mobility stuff is. And how effective it can be as well. So really excited for today as well. So far we've done just a general sort of basic movements and warm up. We've done hip mobility. Yesterday we did foot and ankle mobility, which is also really, really important. So obviously it's definitely my favorite. Okay, and today we're going to be focusing a bit on the upper body. So obviously not as I want to say, it's not that it's not important for running. It's we obviously more lower body sort of work, but the upper body is important. And because of I guess the one focal point or the one thing that I keep saying, is that the body's a chain, right? And so if you are very tight up here, it's going to have to move somewhere. Energy has to move somewhere, and so we still want to focus on these aspects as well. All right. So today is upper body. We want to make sure that we have good posture. Obviously, for running, and the more tired and fatigued we get, we tend to be in this position, right? And then when we're in this position, we tend to do this as opposed to nice and straight and here, right? So if we're rotating this way, that's not efficient for running. And so we want to make sure that we have good, strong posture. And a lot of that comes with strength, but very often you can't get the strength if you don't have the mobility. All right. So really important to have all of that as well. As always, guys, let me know if there's any questions in the chat. Will be cool to hear from you guys. There were a few questions yesterday as well, one or two around things like bunions, because we did foot and core yesterday. Bunions are hard to deal with because there's we don't want to just do all the foot core exercises. You do want to avoid more of the crunching sort of things that we want to do. That one we did yesterday where you open up and stretch out. We want to start getting some movement in between those toes. Sometimes it can be quite painful. So I would really, really recommend that you speak to, I almost said orthodontist. That's not the right one. That's teeth podiatrist, just to make sure that we're going on the right track there. I have had experience though with athletes who do have bunions, and very often, people just want to have surgery or doctors just want to cut. So I would always recommend try to fix it through strength and mobility before, and see if you can still do that. So there were some very cool comments yesterday. The foot and ankle mobility is, guys, it is, you don't realize how much it'll change your running. Okay, it is just so good. And I was showing Ntutu a couple of the exercises today, and it's amazing. You don't realize how little you can do. And we're doing that one, the toe spreader one, and he couldn't do it, but he did 10 reps, and then all of a sudden there was a slight change. So just keep at it. This stuff is really, really, it's really effective, and you can see changes like this. So for today's upper body, a couple of exercises that we'll do a normal dynamic warm-up like we've been doing. We'll do a couple of mobility exercises for the upper body, really nice for shoulder mobility, a little bit of the mid-spine, right? Because we all are quite tight in that area. And I think I mentioned on day 1, if you partake in any other sports that require rotational aspects, so I play golf. Don't play well. I play golf, but I don't necessarily play well. And my golf coach, when I went for coaching, was always saying to me, Shani, you can see you're a runner because you do everything in this fashion. You have very little rotational aspects, and that's got a lot to do within the spine. So this will help those other sports as well. A lot of people play paddle, a lot of people play golf and tennis and all the rest. So hopefully this will help with that as well. Okay, it is a beautiful, beautiful day in Pretoria today. Nice blue skies. It is also extremely hot, so I will be taking a couple of breaks to make sure I have some water, and you guys should be doing the same thing as well anyways. And we're not going to rush, as always, right? We'll take our time through these and just make sure that everyone does get them properly. Okay, so from there we will start warming up. Let's get cracking. I hope everyone is well, and it might not be as warm where you are in the world, but it is very hot here in Victoria. Okay, so because we're doing upper body, I just wanted to start with a little bit of hip work as well, just get the blood flowing. So we will start with our leg swings as always. So forward and back leg swings, as we always do. Sorry, my screen is a little bit close. It's going to move it back a bit. So just some forward and back leg swings. Just a nice reminder for what you guys should be doing as well. So we just get the blood flowing, heart pumping. So we do 10 on each side. That's it. Keeping these hips facing forward. Once you've done with those, let's just lift the leg up to the side. Let's get into this adductor because we'll do an exercise that incorporates the adductor and the upper body. Again, you want to do 10 on each side there. And because all of these things are connected in a chain, that's also why we will do these sorts of warm-ups. All right, let's not rush over there. So once you've done all of those, we just want to do our glutes, right? So we never want to forget our glutes. Holding onto a wall, cross one leg over the other, have a seat down, and you'll feel that glute. Feel the stretch, and then go into the other side. Push your knee away from your chest. Good. Nice, guys. And here we want to do about 6. Again, glutes connecting into the lower back, connecting into the mid spine. So it's all connected, and that's why we're doing it. All right. For our hamstrings, we're going to do a combination here. So we're going to do an inchworm. We're going to lie on the ground just to get our lower backs a little bit, and then we'll walk ourselves out. All right. So from here, what we're going to do, hands on the ground. Okay. Try and keep the legs as straight as you can. I obviously have to bend mine a little bit. From here, you're going to walk yourself out, keeping your legs as straight as possible. Feel the hamstrings. You're then going to lie yourself down, okay? And from here, we do a little push position into a cobra. So just lifting the chest off the ground. Feel that in the lower back. And then from there, thumb in the air and walk your feet back to your hands. All right, let's do that again. So hands on the ground. Try and keep the legs as straight as possible. Walk your hands out. Lie yourself down. Gently push the chest up, keeping the hips on the ground. And then from there, push that bum in the air and walk your feet back to your hands. All right. We'll do 3 to 5 of those. Just checking comments. All good. So gently just push the chest up. Keep the hips on the ground. Don't push beyond your limits. Good. When you are done there, let's focus on the lower back. So from here, feet and knees together. Lie yourself down. Put both arms out to the side and keeping the shoulders flat. And from here, gently drop both knees down to the ground. Feel that lower back. And same thing on the other side. Feel that lower back stretch. And same thing on the other side. Good. I'm going to do at least 5 on each side. Nice. All right. And then before we get started, let's just get some more rotation over here. So wide feet. What you want to do is you're going to go opposite end to opposite ankle. So reaching across, coming back up, reaching across. So sort of just really rotating those shoulders. And then we will do one more warm up. So just do a couple of those. 3, 2 on each side will be fine. And then our last warm-up, as always, will be our world's greatest stretch. So if you've noticed the trend in the last couple of days, it's because we do this one all the time. And if you take anything from these mobility classes, let it be this one. Okay, so world's greatest stretch, right foot forward. You can put your left knee on the ground, but really important, make sure that left knee is away from your front foot. All right, left hand goes in line with the right foot. And from here, right elbow goes down to the inside of the right ankle, holding that there for 1, 2 seconds. Reach that hand up. Make sure the eyes follow. 1, 2 seconds. And we're going to do 5 reps on each side. All right. So again, try and go a little bit further now. Holding and over there. 1, 2 as well. All right. Taking your time. Don't rush. You want to try and go a little bit further with each rep. And eventually we want that back knee off the ground in that position eventually. But I don't want bums in the air. Okay. Should be on your 4th or 5th rep there on the right side. Nice and controlled. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the left side. So left foot forward, right hand in line with the left foot. Get that elbow down and reaching that hand up. Really, really important there is what you want or what you don't want. What you don't want is this front leg leaning out to the side, right? So we don't want that there. Keep this front leg nice and straight. Keep the pressure going into your heel. We also don't want to lean forward, okay? You want to lean down into the ankle, okay? Hold for 2 seconds, reaching up for 2 seconds. All right. Let's see what's on our list for today while you guys are finishing up with those. Good. All right. Hopefully I'm not going too fast for you guys. Hopefully you're taking your time with those and we can get started. All right. So we're going to start just with some mid-spine work. And we actually did this one on Monday as well. But really, we want to start getting some mobility within our spine, right? And very often it can be tight down at the bottom, but I find quite tight here in the thoracic spine or the mid-spine. And then sometimes, of course, very tight in the neck, just given life, right? Cell phones and computers. Okay, so what we're doing here, hands on either side on all fours. And we're going to do a cat camel. So tuck your chin into your chest, like so. Breathing in, rounding up the back. Breathing out, arching the back, trying to get your chest up to the ceiling. So breathing in, rounding the back, breathing out, arching the back. Make sure that you're not sliding backwards and forwards. All right, that we are really just focusing on this aspect here. Okay, again, nice and slow. So don't rush. You want to take that very, very slow. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out, breathe in, round up the back. Breathe out, arch the back. Okay. All right, we're going to do at least 10 of those for today. Try and see if with every rep, if you can go a little bit further and further. That's good. All right. Okay, the next exercise is called threading the needle. Again, focus in and around the scapular area. You're staying in that position that we were in for the cat camel. And from here, you're going to pretend that here's your needle and we're going to thread it. So I have my right hand here. I'm going to put my left hand through the needle and get my left shoulder all the way onto the floor. Come up onto the other side. Right hand through and all the way across onto the floor. Coming back. Okay, so reaching out. You want to reach as far as you can with that hand, and you should feel a little bit of change or mobility in the scapula or shoulders. And we're going to do 5 on each side. Trying not to move too much in the hips. Just threading the needle back and forth. Hello, guys. I see there's a hello from Tula Mahatle. Hey? Mahashe. Nice to have you here, Sho. So 5 on each side there, guys. Just controlling that movement. And we are working a little bit on the mid-spine and shoulder scapula here. All right. Next one, again, we're just wanting to get, because we live in this position, right? Computers, phones, life, really. Wanting to get some opening up over here. So what I want you guys to do is from here, you're going to have one leg out to the side. We actually did something similar the other day, right? So what, if my left hand is over here, my right leg is out to the side. My right leg, my right hand then goes my right ear, okay? What you're going to do here is you're going to reach that elbow up nice and high. Stretch out this pec as much as you can. Push your elbow back. And now you're going to try and get this elbow down to your left wrist without bending your left arm. Right? So left elbow to left wrist. And then reaching up. Push that elbow back. And reaching back down. You should feel a little bit in the adductor. But the goal here is really we want to work on these pecs. And we want to reach up. And then as we come down, you're getting into the thoracic spine again. Okay. We're going to do 5 on each side. So again, that's the position here. And we're reaching up, and then you're coming down to your wrist without bending this other arm. Okay, so reaching up there and coming back down, keeping that one leg out to the side. Yes, Brian, your supporting arm stays straight for the thread the needle. Yep, so supporting arm goes straight, and this shoulder has to get onto the ground. Okay, so you really have to keep moving there. You can bend it slightly. But for this exercise with the adductor, so for thread the needle, see my supporting arm bends slightly over there. But for this exercise here, the supporting arm stays straight. Okay, if that makes sense. Try and see, guys, where you are tight, where you feel things are really not feeling great. Let me know in the chat as well if you have any questions about it. And I can see if I can help. So second side, other leg out, hand on the ear, open up and stretch that pec, and then reaching all the way down. Good. All right. Okay, have a little breather, shake it out a little bit. What we're going to do is just take a nice breather in a very relaxing position. Okay, you're going to sit. I'm just going to turn my back to you guys, right? With your feet together and the knees slightly out. So child's pose position is essentially that. Feet are closer together, knees slightly out. All right, and from here, we're just going to sit ourselves down and you're going to reach as far forward as you can with your head on the ground. So head on the ground. Hands out in front of you, reaching far forward. Deep breaths in and out. We're going to hold there for 10 breaths. So deep breath in and deep breath out. And with each breath, maybe try reach a little bit further. Really try and breathe into the bottom of your rib cage. So try and get those ribs up to the top of the ceiling in that position. If your knees are sore, make sure you've got something under your knees. You can also put a pillow between your hamstrings and your calves. And once we've done 10 breaths, we're going to reach to the side. So come to the one side, keeping the legs still, just the arms out to the side. You're going to, I'll do it this way so you guys can see. You're going to feel a nice stretch on the side over here. Again, deep breaths in and out. 10 breaths. And with each breath, try and go a little bit further. And when you've done the left side, move gently across to the other side, the right side, or vice versa. Just an FYI, this is a really, really excellent breathing technique. I know we're doing upper body, but a really excellent breathing technique for females who struggle with pelvic floor concerns. Really helps to relax the pelvic floor and to start get a good balance between the core and the pelvic floor and how it needs to work together. Okay, so deep breaths in and out. All right, good. Okay, the next one I want to work on is some shoulder stability. Find yourself a wall or a door or something. We can do this standing as well. Actually, we should do it standing. I think it'll be better to do it standing. Sorry. Just to negate one aspect there. Okay, so standing up against your wall. I don't mind if your feet are a little bit away, just to give you a bit of extra support. And you're going to stand with your hands like so. All right. The angle at your elbow doesn't change. Right. So we're pretty much going to do like little snow angels. Okay. But we are going to keep the elbows in the same position. And you're going to try and meet your hands up above you. But it's really important here. So before you start, make sure that your core is nice and strong. I don't want any arching of the back. So push that belly button to the spine so your back is flat against the wall. So nice and strong over here. Don't let your shoulders come forward. I want you to have contact with the wall the whole time. Okay, and the goal here now is to do those wall angels, reaching up, trying to touch the hands, but don't let your hands come off the wall or your elbows. So don't do that. Right? So keeping that against the wall and coming back. I can actually feel mine. Go so far as your body allows. So if you go here and your elbows are coming off the wall, stop there, okay? And coming back down. Keeping your core strong as well. So don't let the back arch. Touch those hands together at the top. Keeping the elbows against the wall. We're going to do 8 of those. So if you have a problem in your spinal cord, then I definitely think you need to just chat to your doctor before you do any of these sorts of movements. Okay, so just get clearance from your doc and what you are limited to and what you can and can't do. Okay. If you guys are really struggling with this, right? So if you feel like, oh, my core is falling, or I really can't get, my hands up without my elbows coming off. I feel quite a bit of shrugging in my upper traps because they're so overactive. Try doing it on the floor, okay? So bend your knees here, keep your hands down, and try and keep the core strong. First things first, belly button to the ground, and then reaching up and keeping those elbows down on the ground. All right. Good, guys. Okay. We are just going to do 5 to 8 of those. They can get a bit much, so just relax. And again, if you feel like you're shrugging, so you definitely don't want to be doing that, try and relax over here, and it's just a movement in the shoulders, right? So in the scapula. So if I turn around, you don't want to be doing this. You want to relax over there, and essentially it's just your shoulders moving up and back. All right. 2 more exercises. Oh, no, 3. Sorry, we might have 3. No, 2. All right. Okay. Next one we're going to do is what we call, we've been doing this in our Coach Perry strength sessions, and I actually really love it. It's a great exercise, right? It's almost like we're preparing you guys for a wedding because we're going to be singing YMCA. So you're going to be doing a T with your arms out to the side. You're going to be doing a W with your arms over here, and you're going to be doing a Y with your arms up there, okay? We're going to do 5 of each. The T's are this way, W's, Y's. So lying on your tummy. So lying nice and flat over here. What you're going to do, head goes down to the ground, and we're going to do our T's. Try and have your thumbs pointing up to your ceiling, and we're going to do 5 little lifts, keeping your head and your eyes down. Don't lift your head. Put your head down, and then from there, just your T's up to the ceiling. We're going to do 5 reps there, slow and controlled. So don't do this. We're not flying a plane like a bird. All right? Flying a plane like a bird. Flying like a bird. All right? You're going to keep your eyes down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and come back down. 5 reps like that. When you're done, go into your W. 5 reps there. Try not to shrug in the traps. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then lastly, into your Y's. 5 of each. Make sure your eyes, I can't obviously see you guys, and so make sure your eyes are on the ground. Put your forehead on your mat so your chest isn't lifting. This is just the movement there. Okay, and you would like to have your thumbs up to the ceiling. If you can't, that's fine. Just have your hands out. Okay, give that a try. And let me know how that feels afterwards. And then we'll go into our last one, which is really just a good shoulder mobility. I don't want to rush, so take your time there, guys. I'm going to do the standing first, and then I'll come closer to the camera for you guys to see. I have to turn my back around, so I will project my voice, but just let me know if you can't hear me. Okay. Essentially, I want you to try pass something from one hand to the other hand behind you. All right. So from here, just touch fingertip to fingertip without arching your back or anything crazy. Keep your core nice and strong. Fingertip to fingertip. Other side, fingertip to fingertip. All right. Over there and back over here. Try really hard to not, protrude your neck or anything. And if you can't get that far, so sorry, let me just do it this way. Okay, so over there. If you can't, if you're over there, that's okay. That's as far as you go. Don't extort yourself to get even further. The goal would obviously be that we would like to go as much as we can. All right, so we can do 5 on each side. I feel like Superman. Sure, I love that. Yeah, we do actually have an exercise called Supermans. Those they are tough because we don't often extend ourselves here because we're living in this position. Those exercises are really good. Getting those shoulder blades to pull back together. Donna, yeah, those I'm not sure which ones were the hardest for you. The eyes, okay, but we just want Y's, hey, not eyes, like YMCA, right? So TWY, not I. Okay, this is like a spelling lesson as well. All right, so once you've done your shoulder ones, you can relax and we can call that a day. So these are really nice ones to add. Like I mentioned at the beginning, obviously the focus is in and around hip mobility. That's what we're really wanting to look at. And that's why we're doing hip mobility again tomorrow. So please, guys, come and join that. Okay, Donna, thank you. Definitely wise. Okay, cool. Good. You never know. And I actually forgot to mention, guys, sorry, but there is a pinned link at the top of that chat if you want to get the replay sent. So please just register on that. Pick some of these out of here that are hard for you, right? So obviously we always want to do the ones that are cool and easy, but we want to find the ones that are hard for you. So the wall angels for me are really, really tough. Okay, and I really should do them more. I find I tend to arch already, or my elbows come off. And so doing those a little bit more is probably the one of this mobility round of today's that I should add into my mobility sessions. As I mentioned at the start, the one that you can put in every single session that everyone will benefit from because you can progress it in so many ways is that world's greatest stretch. I promise we didn't come up with the name for it, okay? But we really do think it is like the world's greatest stretch. So add that into your mobility routine every day before you start a run. All of those, it's such an awesome mobility exercise to do because it gets so much in one go. I'm looking at some of the comments here. I see Nick saying, trust me, you don't want me to tell you how the TWYs went or felt. Look, they are tough. And so little movements, guys, don't feel like you have to flap really, really hard. Little movements also very effective. Okay. Susan, hands are miles apart in the shoulder ones. It's okay. Little movements closer. What's also a nice thing to do, guys, with those shoulder ones is hold a ruler, right? So get yourself a ruler and see where you can grab it. And then you can see, I reached 15 centimeters. And the next time, get a little bit further and further and further. Just a nice little test for you to do. Thanks, Carol, for the comments. I'm so glad you have enjoyed them. Yeah, and Cherie, that's definitely the case, is that one side is often easier than the other. And that is because we are often dominant on one side. And so there will be different mobilities. It doesn't necessarily mean that you must do more of one. Just keep going and they tend to still work themselves out. So just be consistent with the stuff. Thank you, Sinead. That was great. We enjoyed it as well. And Brian, thank you. That the variation of the wall angels or floor angels is also a goodie as well. So guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, join tomorrow. Tomorrow is hip mobility. Really, really, really key. We're doing different hip stuff than what we did on day 2. but it's going to be brilliant. Okay. And again, let us know how these sessions have been helping you, if they've been helping you. Yeah, we really, really want to hear that. I've been loving that you guys have been doing it. Nicole, let me answer this question quickly while you're here. Do you recommend doing these exercises before or after a run, or is it just a daily anytime activity? Nicole, it's up to you. So I like to do my mobility sessions as a separate thing because I find I just focus into it. Other people like to do some of the mobility stuff after a run because they find it really cools them down. Obviously, it's time dependent and how much you have and what you want to focus on. But yeah, and how immobile you are. If you're very immobile, it might help to, yeah, it might be able to just do it as your own session, okay, so that you can spend more time doing it. Yeah, but really it does depend on everyone. Okay. All right, and then tomorrow, guys, yeah, we will be doing things a little bit differently tomorrow, so there'll be a lot more interaction yeah, on tomorrow's stream. So yeah, really looking forward to having you guys here with us tomorrow. I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit more interactive. And so yeah, because I mean, this is cool, but it'll be great to interact with you guys a little bit more on tomorrow's stream. Thank you, guys. Show says we look like superheroes. I feel like when we're doing those. And yeah, excellent day, guys. And I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, don't forget. See you guys there. Bye.